YouTubers. Okay, so we back for another one, right? So I hope everybody's having a blessed weekend. I know it's Super Bowl weekend. Everybody's prepping for the party tomorrow. But I wanted to share something with y'all for what happened to the stock market on Thursday and Friday of last week, and also what could possibly happen next week, right? But you know, and I'm not gonna let this video be as long as my last video. I know a lot of people say I got long-winded on that one, so I apologize. It was 20 minutes. It was pretty long, but for those who watched it all the way through, man, I appreciate that. For those who like and subscribe, I appreciate it. As a matter of fact, stop what you're doing right now and like and subscribe and share this video, okay, with people that you may think need to hear this or may not think need to hear this. But first, before I continue, let me give you my pick for the Super Bowl. So I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs, right? It's hard to pick against Patrick Mahomes, because this guy is such a phenomenal athlete. And the reason why I'm choosing the Chiefs is because it's more so is that I don't trust the 49ers quarterback, Brock Purdy. He really scares me. He is a turnover machine when he's off. If the 49ers cannot run the football in this game, which the Chiefs so happen to be, one of the best in the league at stopping the run, I don't think they have any chance of winning. If you put the game in Brock Purdy's hands, there's going to be a lot of turnovers. You can't ask a guy like that to go out there and throw the ball 35, 40 times a game and think that he's not going to throw at least 3 to 4 interceptions. And then Patrick Mahomes, he's very selfish when it comes to turning that ball over. He's very stingy with it. He can throw anywhere on the field to anyone. And that defense over there in Kansas City, I don't know what it is. I think the entire defense needs to get drug tested because, if you look at what happened, what kind of defense they've been for the previous 2 years and what they are this year, it's a total 180. But yeah, that's my pick for the Super Bowl. But to continue to the stock market. So Thursday and Friday were, oh my God, Thursday was a very choppy day. It was very choppy. So you could have made money in there. You could have made 10% of your money in returns in that on Thursday. But yeah, but it was a very choppy day. It was very steady, very idle for the most part. And then Friday, you could have 10x your money. I'm talking 1,000%. 1,000%. Is what you could have made on Friday. The stock market, the S&P 500 to be precise. If you did stock options on that, you could have easily 10x your money. You put $1,000 in, you could have made, $9,000, $10,000 back. Depending on, don't depend on what you did, but and I know a lot of people, they don't know how stock options work. But stock options is one of the quickest ways to either get rich or get poor. The most important thing in the stock market is to not guess. It's to not guess what you think is going to happen. But to understand what's going on in the world, what's going on with the country. Which bills are being passed. What is the Democrats are doing, what the Republicans are doing. Those things. What individual companies are doing. Those things play a big, important role into how the stock market, is going to do, whether you're going to go long on it, which is calls, or whether you're going to go short on it, which are puts. So, and for those who don't know the difference, calls and long, meaning that, you expect the stock market to excel. You expect it to go up, shorts and puts, obviously the opposite direction. You expect it to go down. Next year, in my personal opinion, next week, I don't think that it's going to go up as much. I think it's going to be more steady, or I think we're going to have like a downtrot, because they've just signed a bill to give $95 billion to Ukraine and Israel, which a lot of Americans don't like that. They don't like the fact that, we're Americans giving money to other countries when, there's enough issues going on here, and I'm not trying to get political, but here's what I'll say, the only reason why they're giving that amount of money to those countries because they want to stabilize them, because and when I say they, I'm talking about the rich. The rich wants to stabilize these countries because that's where they do business. Most rich people in America, does business overseas for the tax breaks, cheaper labor, etc. Right? But and here's the thing. I understand. I can't say that it's wrong to do that because I'm pretty sure if I was a billionaire myself, I'm pretty sure I would be doing the same thing, right? If I grew up that way, I'm pretty sure I would be doing it. But right now, at this point in my life, of course, I'm going to disagree with it because that's, I'm in a different, tax bracket. I'm not, I'm not at that level financially, but that's what's going on here. So I think it's going to take a dip, with the government shutdown coming up. I don't think there's ever going to be a shutdown that lasts more than 30 days. But let's just say hypothetically in this situation, if they do decide to say, hey, you know what, we're not, let's say they decide, hey, we're not loaning America any more money to keep the lights on. Or America say, we're not borrowing any more money. We're going to work within the constraints of what we already have. If they said that right, the stock market will plummet. It will plummet so hard, to where the dollar may drop, around the world, maybe 30 to 40% in most countries. Imagine the dollar dropping 30 to 40%. That's a huge drop, comparatively to, other countries. That will put us right on par with countries that, that we've been, superior than, for the last 100 years, right? Yeah. But that's what's going on in the news, unless, Chairman Powell comes out and says something disruptive, which he doesn't. He kind of makes you fall asleep, when you listen to him in his press conferences, because, you can ask this guy a straight up question and he would just dance around it because he understands that, hey, if I say this, the stock market is going to overreact this way. If I say that, it's going to overreact that way. So this guy is very careful about what he says when he's being asked these questions. That's why, but yeah, that's what, one of the most important things about the stock market is listening to what these senators have to say, these congressmen have to say, the president. It's so important to listen with them. You don't have to believe it, right? But understand this, it's not what you believe, it's what the majority believes in the stock market. And whatever they believe, that's what they're going to do. They're either going to sell or they're going to buy. So if they believe that the stock market is going to crash, if they believe America is going down, they're going to sell. And if you're in puts at that time, you can make a great whopper change. You can make a lot of money. If you're in calls, and they decide to buy, you're going to make a lot of money. Now obviously what's going to happen if you're on the other side of that. You're going to lose a lot. But like I said, if you're going to do anything that involves any amount of money, make sure it's an amount of money that you can afford to lose, that you don't care about losing. That's what it has to be. It has to be something that won't affect your life. If you bet, if not bet, but if you risk any amount of money in the stock market that you care about, you're gonna have a very hard life. So I'm here to tell you to do it responsibly. But in closing, I hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. Please comment down below. Please like and subscribe and share this video. If this is helping you or this will help another friend, please subscribe. Please like, please share, please leave a comment down below. Comment. Okay? I would greatly appreciate it. And when you comment, you can leave your name. You can just say, hey, how you doing? I don't care what it is. You can ask me, hey, what's this, what's that? What do I do if this happens or that? I don't care what it is. I'll respond. You leave a comment, I'll respond. But God bless y'all. I appreciate y'all for listening. I cut the video in half this time. So, thank you. Have a blessed weekend, baby. Love you.